CVQO Westminster Ward is a unique ward for uniformed youth organisations. To me, it represents showing off all that is great in young people today. Too often today we knock people for not achieving or not doing well, but here, regardless of who they are, regardless of their background, their academic ability, they have actually achieved a tremendous thing against all their peers. They are fabulous, absolutely fabulous young people making a difference to society.
The Westminster Ward has a rich legacy of trips to South Africa, but for reasons that are well documented, we decided that we needed to do something that was more UK focused. We settled on Cornwall because there's a rich diversity of landscapes, of people. It feels a little bit like a foreign country, even though it isn't. We've been working with some wonderful charity partners, such as Shelterbox, the Wildlife Trust, the National Trust, the Eden Project, and it's really given the finalists a sense of how they can impact their local communities while embracing a global mindset at the same time.
I think the Westminster Award is a chance to recognise some really inspirational youngsters who have kind of gone through the process of experiencing our qualifications and demonstrated some really incredible achievements, in some cases overcoming some adversity, which also is just humbling, really.
So on the first day we arrived and we got to know each other, so we did some team building activities and we created this wonderful cohesion within the group.
We've all gelled really well together, and I think that's because we're all so similar. We're different cadet forces. I'm RAF, we've got Sea Cadets, Army Cadets, we've got St John's Ambulance. And although you think they're incredibly different in what they do, the whole core principle and idea is the same thing. We make a difference.
I'm not really a very outgoing person, but coming here I've learned a lot more about myself and how I interact with others. It's really putting every skill that I've learned throughout my past 5 years in the Air Cadets and through CVQO, everything that I've done, really putting it into practice and learning all about my role as a member of a team and in the community.
I was scared to do a lot of the activities because I don't really like heights, and water's not my favourite either, but I've learned that I can overcome so much with just a few people to support me, and if I put my mind to it.
I've learned a lot about myself and who I am and sort of what my priorities in life are and what I'm hoping to do in the future. So I think the Westminster Award gave me a chance to sort of reflect on myself as an individual.
The charity partners we work with help them think a lot more about their contribution to the wider world and the community, and to start to explore their place in society in a deeper and more profound way, I suppose.
Well, I think we've given them a really good introduction into, firstly, snorkelling, which is not something that everyone is lucky enough to have a chance to do. And hopefully it's given them a taster for it, and some of them might carry on and have a go next time they're on the coast. You never know, some of these guys might one day become really, really useful volunteers for the project. So who knows where it might lead.
My highlight would definitely be working with Shelterbox, because I think that it gave us an experience that nobody else our age is ever going to have.
I think one of the best things about the Westminster Award is that we value the opinions of the young people who've been through the process and come back to advise us on future events. And it's fantastic to have them back on the team, both to see what they've been up to in the meantime and where their own journeys have taken them, and to ask for their opinions on whether what we're doing is right, and to really involve them in the decision-making process.
So I'm now an ambulance technician and future paramedic, so I'm currently studying for that. Going through the Westminster Award really brought me out of my shell. I was although I like talking to people, I was quite shy. The teamwork challenges, the tabletop exercises really helped me to develop myself, and now when we go to big major incidents and things like that, I've got that skill base, that skill set that really has helped me. I've been to a few big jobs recently where the intercommunications between the services, between different people, has been invaluable.
I saw Simon looking for volunteers for this year's selection, and I jumped at the chance, and it's been so interesting to see how much has kind of stayed the same, and there's still that kind of value of friendship, teamwork, all the things that are still at the heart and the core, but so much has kind of developed since.
We see such a change over the 2 weeks that they're here, and to me that's what it's about. It's seeing young people make the most of their abilities and learn that so many things are achievable if they stop and make that little bit of effort.
I've pushed myself physically, but then the mental side, sitting by the fireplace at night and talking to the people, I've realised how strong some people in our team are, and that sort of inspired me massively to look at my biggest insecurities really and to push through them, use a bit of determination to push through them.
Competitions like the Westminster Award are a chance to celebrate what's good about young people and make sure they do gain recognition for the charity work that they do, for the people that they help, the communities that they build, and to really celebrate what's good about humanity.